Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Weather Forecast Center. This is John here to give you the 11 o'clock update from the National Hurricane Center on what is now an 85-mile-an-hour Hurricane Beryl. This is the infrared satellite view of Beryl. Um, it's starting to get its act together a little bit, still a little ragged, but most of the cold high cloud tops are spinning around the center and is continuing to strengthen as, as from the 5 o'clock advisory. So, give you an update on the latest statistics from the National Hurricane Center as of the 11 o'clock package. Its location is 10.4 north, 51.2 west, or about 595 miles east southeast of Barbados. Movement is west at 20 miles an hour, so its forward speed slowed down a little bit. Its maximum sustained winds went up to 85 miles an hour. Its central pressure is 986 millibars. Um, there has been no changes with the watches or warnings. So there is a hurricane warning now for Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadine Islands, and Grenada. A tropical storm warning for Martinique and Tobago. A tropical storm watch for Dominica. Uh, Once again, a hurricane warning means that hurricane conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area. A warning is typically issued 36 hours before the anticipated first occurrence of tropical storm force winds, conditions that make outside preparations difficult or dangerous. Preparations at this point for Barbados should be completed and everybody out and where they're going to be to ride it out. Um, so the tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warned area within 36 hours. And tropical storm watch means that same conditions, but within 48 hours. Anywhere else in the Lesser Antilles should monitor the progress of Beryl. Any additional watches and warnings may be required tomorrow. So, for Barbados, if you are riding out this storm, I hope you're on higher ground or you have left the island. For the other islands, which is St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and the Grenadine Islands and Grenada, you should be wrapping those preparations up by early tomorrow morning at the latest. So, for per the discussion at 11 p.m., the center of Hurricane Beryl was located near latitude 10.4 north, longitude 51.2 west. Beryl is moving quickly towards the west near 20 miles an hour. A continued quick westward to west northwestward motion is expected during the next few days. On the forecast track, the center of Beryl is expected to move across the Windward Islands late Sunday night and Monday. Maximum sustained winds has increased to near 85 miles an hour with higher gusts. I would say the gusts are probably up over 100 miles an hour at this point. Rapid strengthening is forecast over the next day or so, and Beryl is expected to become a dangerous major hurricane before it reaches the Windward Islands. I cannot stress this enough. There will be major or catastrophic flooding on a lot of these islands. If you're not on higher ground, odds are you will not survive. That's plain and simple. The estimated minimum central pressure is 986 millibars, and GFS has that 987, so it's right on par. Here are the hazards. Hurricane conditions are expected in the hurricane warning area beginning Sunday night. Devastating wind damage is expected where the Iowa Beryl moves through portions of the Windward Islands. Now, I just looked at the GFS. Let's see if we can do that. We'll go to GFS. We go to Hurricane. Go to GFS. Beryl. So this is where Beryl is right now. As well, actually, no. That's as of 8 o'clock. How about we do it at 11? Well, that's it only do 8 o'clock, so that's fine. So they pretty much have it right on the nose. So going forward, tomorrow morning, it should be down to a 983 millibar storm. If an eye doesn't develop overnight, it probably will be at this time. Going forward, the pressure still drops. Okay, work with me here. How about that? No? Here we go. So, this is Barbados here. Is supposedly the eye wall will be south of Barbados, but you will be on the bad side of the storm, which means you will have the higher winds, the higher surf, and the worst of the storm surge. We click one more time. Oh, I said one more time. There we go. So this goes down to a 964 and looks like it's going to go through the Grenadines. So areas north of the Grenadines may only get, some scattered showers and thunderstorms, while the islands closer to the hurricane will probably get hurricane force winds and storm surge and flooding. And that will continue off to the west northwest through that time period. So tropical storm conditions are expected in tropical storm warning areas starting Sunday night, making outside preparations difficult or dangerous. Pretty much at this point, if you're in the Grenadines, north, including Barbados, well, Barbados, you should be done with your preparations and gone at this point. But you have until probably early tomorrow morning at the latest for the other islands that are under the hurricane warning. Wind speeds atop and on the windward side of hills and mountains are often up to 30% stronger than the near surface winds. So if you are higher up, you will get higher gusts than forecast. So that increases the wind damage if you are higher up. Storm surge. A life-threatening storm surge will rise water levels by as much as 5 to 7 feet above normal tide levels in areas of onshore flow near where Beryl makes landfall in the hurricane warning area. Near the coast, the surge will be accompanied by large and destructive waves. So basically what that's saying is that you're going to have either low or high tide. You're going to have 5 to 7 feet on top of that, accompanying waves probably 20 plus feet on top of that. So this is going to be a devastating blow to the islands. Rainfall. Hurricane Beryl is expected to produce rainfall totals of 3 to 6 inches across Barbados and the Windward Islands Sunday night into Monday. This rainfall may cause flooding in vulnerable areas, not including with the storm surge. You're going to have 3 to 6 inches of rain, which will exacerbate the issue along all coasts. So, if you have relatives or anybody in the Grenadine Islands up to Dominica, including Barbados, I would say anybody that lives in Barbados should be off the island. I would say go to Venezuela to ride it out because it's going to be a devastating blow and it's going to take time for everything to settle down after this makes landfall. So that is the latest information from the National Hurricane Center on on Hurricane Beryl. Um, I will be back with further updates.